It is time for the Nick Chubb is good portion of our show. And we have a guest appearance. It's going to be Sean McDermott telling us Nick Chubb is good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, turn the tape on and you're impressed. I mean, you watch their running game. I know Coach Callahan does a great job. I mean, you look like you watch people get population to the ball, and then all of a sudden he comes out of it, and it's an explosive run for another 20, 30 yards. So, I mean, he's as good as there is in the league.
Let me translate for you. Nick Chubb's going to see a lot of 8- and 9-man boxes coming up on Sunday against the Bills.
Yeah, especially if there's snow. I mean, we could even be looking at 10-man boxes. I don't know if we'll ever get to an 11-man box with Nick Chubb, but, it's just going to be, how the way the elements play out, I think it's going to be how the game gets dictated. I mean, even if there wasn't going to be any snow, the Bills are tough enough to run against as it is. I mean, 7th in the NFL in rushing yards allowed per game, 109.6. They've given up just 7 touchdowns on the ground, 4.5 yards a carry. That last stat, maybe not the greatest, but of course, with Buffalo, you're not necessarily running a lot because in most cases you're playing from a deficit. But that defensive front is tough to run against, particularly Von Miller and Ed Oliver. They're elite up front. They're going to be a problem. And, this offensive line, we saw how much they struggled in Miami, particularly the tackles. Jedrick Wills and Jack Conklin are going to have to play a lot better in Buffalo, especially when if the snow's falling, if it's sticking on the turf in Buffalo, if there's a couple inches on there, because everybody knows they're going to run more often than not. You add snow to it, it's going to be pretty easy to know the Browns are going to be running the football. So it's going to be up to those guys to really pave the way, and they're going to have to play a great game to create running lanes for Nick Chubb. And we know when Nick Chubb can create when Nick Chubb can get into space, he can make things happen. We've seen it so many times.